Doing okay. I'm leaving, getting in a taxi. Listen to taxi, tell the driver make the radio play. And I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind.
I forgot about your situation. About the other plate, but don't worry about the other plates. Alright? Okay, no, if we can get it, because otherwise, yeah, I mean, I'll take a picture of it, and then I'll come back and relate to you, right?
Yeah, he told me to start it up now though, because it'll start coming out in a few minutes.
Live from Don A. Hearn Memorial Stadium in Bayonne, New Jersey, this is tonight's United Premier Soccer League Game of the Week. Tonight, from Bayonne, New Jersey, it's Upper Darby FC versus NJ Teamsters FC. New Jersey Teamsters FC. This will be their fourth game of the season. Upper Darby has played three matches so far. There was a game scheduled for last week between these teams that was canceled due to unplayable field conditions and inclement weather. Tonight, here in Bayonne, they're using
to New Jersey
field turf.
Teamsters FC match date. This match is sanctioned by UPSL, United Premier Soccer Club. This match is sponsored by Mescal Kitchen, Ignite Physical Therapy, DC Community Bank, Score Sports, and the Cotton Garage. My name is Miguel de Cali. We're honoring our armed forces for National Armed Forces Day. Today, we honor veterans Don Ahern and Betty Dolores Walker.
Momentarily, we're waiting for some pregame festivities in the prelude to tonight's match between the Philadelphia area Upper Darby FC and NJ Teamsters here from Bayonne's Don A. Hearn Stadium. We're expecting a kickoff in a couple of moments between Upper Darby FC and the host New Jersey Teamsters FC. We're here at Don A. Hearn Memorial Stadium here in Bayonne.
FC match day. Let's welcome New Jersey Teamsters FC and Upper Darby FC. This match is sanctioned by UPSL, United Premier Soccer Club. This match is sponsored by Mescal Kitchen, Ignite Physical Therapy, BCV, Community Bank, Square Sports, and Cotton Garage. My name is Miguel de Cali. We are honoring our armed forces for the National Armed Forces Day. Today we honor veterans Don Ahern and Betty Dolores Walker. Please stand for the national anthem. Please everyone stand up. All right, let's give a round of applause to our players.
Stand ready to strike, New Jersey Teamsters Football Club and Upper Darby FC. Only in Espanol. I thought you were speaking.
You might have seen the players for Upper Darby saluting the flag to our left. The Teamsters players were saluting the flag to the right. It turns out there are two flags surrounding the field here at Don Ahern Memorial Stadium. Usually when you go to a baseball game, there might be one big flag in center field. Not here. They have two flags, and that's because this is a multi-purpose field. Before we start the game, I'll explain some of the markings you'll see on the field. This is field turf, which is a pretty good surface for multi-purpose activities when the field is often busy. This field was rehabbed last summer, so it is in remarkably good condition. The soccer markings are in yellow. So the touch line, the midfield line, all of that is marked in yellow. The predominant part of the midfield line you'll see is the 50-yard line in the white football markings. So you'll see that the midfield stripe begins in yellow and turns to white because it's on the 50 where you see the B, that's for Bayonne. Bayonne High School is right across the street. And this is the official Bayonne High School athletic facility, which is a very good facility as high school facilities go. Upper Darby will be moving left to right on your screen, and they'll start the kickoff. We'll get you player information as we get it. We do have some player information for the Teamsters. You'll see the scoreboard right around the 45-yard line on the far side, but a reminder, even though that has the time remaining in the half, official time is always kept on the field by the referee. The referees are in red. Two linesmen on each side of the field. They've got the flags. The ref blows to start action. Upper Darby moving left to right. They're in yellow with the, they're in gray with the yellow socks. The Teamsters are in a predominant blue uniform with white shadings, blue shorts. Upper Darby controlling in the defensive half. The ball is touched out to midfield. And we'll start to get you acquainted with some of these players. Number 12 is Sergio Martinez for the Teamsters. Now the ball is taken by Upper Darby. They're moving about 30 yards away. And now they'll roll in for an easy stop. That won't be an official shot on goal, I believe. In goal for the Teamsters, it's Michael Mejia. He's a North Bergen native and a freshman at Marywood University in Scranton. He's in goal today for the Teamsters. And there's a battle on the far side, won by Upper Darby. They'll control. Some nice nifty footwork to keep the ball in bounds. The field turf is causing the ball to bounce a bit more than it would on a regular grass field. That's where you had some players going up for that ball. Again, the conditions will be pretty good. We're not very waterlogged. There has been rain in the New York, New Jersey area in the last 36 hours or so, but we are expecting no further precipitation tonight. Game time conditions, 58 degrees, it's muggy. Upper Darby along the near side, number 14 will cross it in. That ball will go over the touchline. We'll have a goal kick. We're not assuming that all fans watching tonight's game are familiar with soccer, so we'll bring you some of the pointers for the game if you're relatively new to the game of soccer. I don't want to bore people who are longtime soccer viewers. When the ball goes out of bounds, depending on where it goes, you either have a goal kick, a corner kick, or a throw-in. Here you have a goal kick because the ball went over the touchline at the far end of the field. Michael Mejia is in orange. He's the goalkeeper for the Teamsters tonight, number 29. He'll take this goal kick, and he'll boom this out. This will probably reach the midfield stripe, and it does. Settled down by number 11, Adrian Sanchez, and a lead pass to number 23, whose player information we don't have. That was a good shot. That shows how quickly you can go 100 yards. Soccer is prone to a lot of counterattacks. If you're caught napping in a matter of seconds, you can go from being in the offensive side penalty box to your own penalty box. It bears watching. The Teamsters control it, a kick back to Michael Mejia in goal. Because it was played back in the defensive end, you're not really allowed to use your hands. Otherwise, a goalkeeper can use his hands throughout the entire penalty box. And that's a wide area that extends a good, say, 25 feet from the touchline. It's also a very wide penalty box. The goals are 8 by 24, but that penalty box is pretty wide. That's almost 100 feet in width. The Teamsters settle it down, but no, play back to Mejia, who almost ended playing that over his own touchline. The Teamsters trying to get out of their zone. Ball is kicked out of bounds on the far side. We are less than 4 minutes into tonight's game. The throw in to the far side. It went off an Upper Darby defender, so the Teamsters will retain control. Teamsters again in blue, white on the middle part of the uniform. Oh, there's a trip, but the ball is knocked out of bounds. We'll have a throw-in because it didn't go over the far end touchline. It went over the sideline. That means we'll have a throw-in, and it'll be taken about 5 yards away from that corner kick spot. Strategically, it's similar to a corner kick in terms of field position, but not in terms of the ability to play the ball into the penalty box, which is a prime offensive opportunity. There's a cross. That's exactly what I was talking about. Anything in the penalty box is quite dangerous for the defensive team. Upper Darby, and there's a giveaway. Eric Schultz has scored! And a quick goal, Eric Scholdrowski, the Rutgers product, scoring from about 25 yards out, has put the Teamsters on top early. That was a giveaway by Upper Darby in the defensive zone. Zoldrowski stole it. It'll be an unassisted goal. Zoldrowski is a 22-year-old Rutgers native. He was the captain of the Rutgers collegiate team for several seasons, but he played there for 4 years before graduating. And he's put the Teamsters ahead tonight. Upper Darby now in control. You hear the players motioning for various coverage. Mejia comes right to the edge of the penalty box, picks up the ball. He's really acting almost as an 11th field player, given his ability to move the ball. Some goalkeepers are relatively immobile. Mejia is making his mark known, and he's really acting almost as a field player, at least on the back. Those are the talents that help you as a goalkeeper. They also help the rest of the squad. In midfield, Upper Darby trying to maintain possession, and there's a giveaway at the midfield dot. The Teamsters try to connect that pass, goes just a few feet too far. Upper Darby will take over. We'll have a throw in, 6 minutes in. The Teamsters are on top on an early goal by Eric Szoldrowski from 25 yards out in the 5th minute. The ball is settling down. The Teamsters now get it close to the touchline, and there's a trip. That's one of the first fouls of the game. When fouls are called, there are two types of remedies. You have an indirect free kick, and then you have a direct free kick. What you're seeing now is an indirect. Another player must touch the ball after it's played by the first player taking the indirect kick. A direct free kick, you can score without having any other player touch it. Direct kicks, this is not it, but a direct kick is often a very high opportunity for a score by the team taking the kick. There's a lead pass, and it's onside, but a defender flicks it away. We'll have a throw-in again near that corner kick spot on the far end of the field. Taking the throw-in will be number 11, Adrian Sanchez. Number 23 for the Teamsters. We'll get his information later on. Just trying to pass that ball in. There's a giveaway and a shot that will go over the touchline. We'll have a goal kick for Upper Darby. 8 minutes in to the first half. Szoldrowski in the 5th minute has given the Teamsters an early 1-0 lead. Upper Darby will be taking a goal kick. That's their goalkeeper. He'll take this goal kick, and this will go probably right to the midfield stripe. The players head it, and there's a lead pass, a volley by Sanchez. And now Upper Darby bouncing that ball. They're trying to control it. Potentially a dangerous high kick there. And now two more players collide. Right on the touchline. This will go out. This will be an Upper Darby throw-in. Some good ball control in tight quarters, and Upper Darby moves the ball out into the Teamsters' half of the field. There's a lead pass that is too far for the winger. The Teamsters will take over as the ball goes out of bounds. 9 minutes in, the Teamsters will take the throw in. We'll see who takes the throw in. Number 27. We'll get those names going. Elmed Wally taking that throw in, and now the ball is taken over. That's Szoldrowski, tonight's first goal scorer. There's a lead pass, goes too far, and Upper Darby will take over. You'll see the man in red. He's the linesman. He's got the flag. He'll indicate when the ball goes out of bounds, and he'll indicate which team last touched the ball, because the other team will be the one awarded the throw-in. Upper Darby playing in the gray uniforms and the neon green socks. Again, they'll have control as the ball goes out on the far side. We're now in the 10th minute of play. Upper Darby controlling the ball, and now the Teamsters will settle it down. That's Sheriff Elmed Wally, and he'll play it ahead. On the wing, number 23, we'll see. Looks like there's an offside call. You can have an offside anytime the ball crosses the midfield line. And the offensive player must have two players. One can be the goalkeeper, but there must be two players between the player who has played the ball and the opposing net. We'll see offside called a few times during tonight's game. Upper Darby now in midfield, looking for a winger, and that ball is just well out of bounds, too far. We'll have another throw in, but this time it'll be for the Teamsters. They'll take over in their half of the field. Jose Salazar takes the throw in for the Teamsters. The ball's knocked out of bounds again, and we'll repeat the process, but field position improves. We've moved about 15 yards downfield. The rain, the mist, it seems to have stopped, and conditions are improving for tonight's game. 12 minutes in. Upper Darby takes over, and they'll play it back to the Teamsters half of the midfield area. Ball goes out of bounds once again. It's becoming a trend here as these teams are feeling each other out early on. Chris Noel takes over, and he plays it forward. Again knocked out of bounds. We're not getting a flow here. These two teams are a bit tentative, not connecting on the passes. We have a foul called. It might have been a bit of a shove. Upper Darby will take over, and there we'll have an indirect free kick. It's not a throw, and the foul was called right inside the touchline. Upper Darby taking it from the defensive end, volleying it into the New Jersey zone. Again, once more, it's out of bounds. But field position improves for Upper Darby. Ball is played in. Several Teamsters converge on the ball. Numbers help, surrounding an attacker. There's a stumble. Upper Darby is able to capitalize. And we'll see that ball is thrown in quickly by Upper Darby. And there's a shot, a save by Michael Mejia. A point-blank shot and a save by Michael Mejia. That's his first save of the game. And that was a high-quality, high-danger chance for Upper Darby. The ball is played in and across. Hit it out by Elmet Wally. Now Upper Darby moving into the penalty box. Two Teamsters surround him, and the ball is played out to midfield. The Teamsters are on the attack. One winger out, but quickly, and there's a lead pass to number 11, Sanchez. The save is made. Sanchez running onto that ball. Elmet Wally controlling it for New Jersey. Upper Darby takes it away at the midfield stripe, and there's a lead pass down the wing. Mejia charging out of the penalty box to get that ball first. And he will make sure, without touching the ball, that the ball does go out of bounds. And using his body to position the ball so he could shield it and make sure that Upper Darby forward, streaking down the wing, could not get to the ball in time. Again, Mejia showing the trend of not really staying in his goal box. He is quite mobile. The North Bergen native, a freshman in college. Played into midfield. We have Chris Noel trying to work it down about 30 yards out. Noel, lead pass broken up by the defense. Back to Noel. He's number 8. He's in midfield. Number 8, and then Salazar tried to make that turn, but Upper Darby was able to knock it out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. We're in the 15th minute. It's 1-0. Arek Sholgrowski has scored in the 5th minute. So if you're joining us late, we've already had some action. Number 26, Juan Arena throws it in. Played out by Upper Darby. They're moving left to right on your screen. The ball is volleyed. There's a handball that might have been missed. Elmet Wally plays it forward. There's a lead pass attempted by Martinez, broken up. Martinez on the quick throw in. He throws it into Sanchez, and now the ball is knocked away. That is off a Teamsters player. Upper Darby will take over. 16th minute of action. Now there was a foul behind the play. Upper Darby will take over. You're watching the United Premier Soccer Club. Pardon me, the United Premier Soccer League, 170 teams across North America. There's a lead pass towards the corner kick flag. Centered in, but no one's there for Upper Darby, and the Teamsters had numbers back. Now it's number 18 for the Teamsters. Ball goes out of bounds, and we'll see. In the event, Michael Mejia will be taking this. He'll play it out to the side. Roberto Chernez has it. Ahmed Wally back to Chernez, broken up by Upper Darby. They're trying to maintain possession inside New Jersey territory. Ahmed Wally plays it ahead. Chris Noel settling it down, turning back, and now there's a lead pass down the wing for number 23 for the Teamsters. Both players collide using their shoulders. He was not able to get a shot on goal, and that's a corner kick. Good play by the Upper Darby defender to use his body and basically shoulder that winger off the ball. Ball is played back into midfield after the corner kick. Chris Noel is number 8. You'll see him. He's the center midfielder for the Teamsters tonight. Inside to Sanchez, and there's a kick long and, well, wide. That was close to the spot where Szoldrowski scored in the 5th minute. He scored on a giveaway by Upper Darby, and from about 25 feet out, let loose a volley that might have caught the goalkeeper for Upper Darby by surprise. In the 18th minute, the Teamsters are up 1-0, and there's a play down the wing. Two players collide. We'll see a foul is called. The ball did go out of bounds, but that's a foul, so we'll see a potentially, let's see what they call here. Will it be an indirect free kick or a direct? Actually, when that it's just a throw-in from the ball being played out of bounds. Upper Darby trying to get this out of their zone, and they do. The ball goes into the New Jersey zone and played back to Michael Mejia. Touching it with his feet, and he'll play it out to the wing. There's a long lead pass. That ball is onside, but the Upper Darby defender gets there first. Adrian Sanchez tried to cross that. It was played out of bounds by Upper Darby. We'll have a throw-in taken. Number 12 is Sergio Martinez. He couldn't handle that, and Upper Darby takes over. We're 19 minutes in. 1-0 New Jersey Teamsters. Upper Darby with the ball. Their defender curls off. Number 4 getting it out towards the wing. Two Teamsters collide and converge. Michael Mejia, good 25 yards out, plays it back to midfield. Number 27 is Ahmed El-Matwani. Upper Darby taking over, and they've got numbers, but that ball will probably go out of, it goes out of bounds. The field turf is not like regular grass. The ball does tend to bounce more, and it will accelerate in movement. It's something that the players have to get used to. On grass, some balls might not skip as much. So it is causing these less disciplined passes to go out of bounds a bit more than you might expect on grass. Now on the wing, it's number 12 with the cross to number 11, Sanchez. His shot goes high and wide. The Teamsters turned that into a quick opportunity. Sanchez, though, might have been a bit too quick with that ball. Sometimes these players seem to think they don't have any time to take that shot. Sometimes the pros will tell you, you've got more time than you think. Some midfield action. Number 23 gets it about 30 yards out. He'll play it to number 11. Sanchez playing it back to Al Madwani. On the near side, Al Madwani tackled off the ball. And we'll see that, and they're rolling that ball went off Al Madwani. So, throw in for Upper Darby. There's a long volley. And that's an onside play. Upper Darby collects the ball. There's a turn, and it's right at Michael Mejia, who gobbles it up. That's his second save of the evening. Marek Sholdrowski takes the ball over back in the defensive zone. He'll play it off to Martinez. Tackle, and the ball goes out of bounds. Upper Darby takes over. Good defensive play for the most part by both teams. Thwarting attacks. A lot of changes in control, changes in possession. Adrian Sanchez takes the ball away and plays that forward. Upper Darby's defender gets their first knocks out of bounds. And with 22 minutes into the first half, the Teamsters will take this throw in. It will be Elmet Wally. His throw in to Sholdrowski. Might have looked to shoot there. Now Noel plays it to the wing. Surrounded, it goes through a couple of defenders and back out to Sholdrowski, who loses control. Upper Darby taking over, playing it back to their midfielders, and now back to their defense in the defensive third. Piecing together a couple of passes, the Teamsters drop back, and Upper Darby looks to set up. There's a long pass down the wing, broken up by Sholdrowski. Upper Darby with the throw-in. The halves are 45 minutes in length, which means that we're about halfway through the first half. There is stoppage time, depending on the referee's discretion. We haven't had anything occur to cause stoppage time so far. Just a reminder that the official time is kept on the field, even though we do have a scoreboard. So it is possible after 45 minutes elapse for play to continue in the referee's discretion. Players now in midfield. Noel plays it, but he can't keep control, and Upper Darby will turn the ball back. The Teamsters have numbers. A few defenders collide. Mejia has to come out and knock that ball away. But they are claiming, the ref is now saying that Mejia, in challenging for that ball, tripped the Upper Darby player. The referee, at least at first glance, pointed to the penalty spot. The players are surrounding the referee, pleading their case, but the referee pointed to the penalty kick spot. There was a quick play where Upper Darby was able to move into the penalty box. Mejia came well off his line to challenge that ball, seemed to have gotten the ball first, in which case, classically, that would not be called a foul. If he made contact with the player first and not the ball, that would be sufficient grounds, at least in my opinion, for a foul to be called. When the foul occurs inside the penalty box, it is generally grounds for a penalty kick to be awarded, and that seems to be the case here. It's a classic case of fouls that aren't serious, dependent on where they occur in the field, could have very serious consequences. You're seeing a penalty kick. Upper Darby. Michael Mejia for the Teamsters. The shot, it's a goal. Mejia guessed right. The ball went to his left. Upper Darby on a penalty kick, perhaps on a controversial call in the 25th minute, has tied tonight's game at 1. The goal was 8 by 24. You've got a lot of room to shoot at. The penalty kick spot is only about 10 yards away. So the advantage in soccer is always to the shooter. Michael Mejia had a guess. It's just too much ground to cover. Too much ground to wait for the ball to be struck before you make your first move. We're at a 1-1 game here in Bayonne. Number 5 is Sholdrowski. He'll play it on the wing. Upper Darby tries to control the ball, but now on the wing. That is Sanchez. Up to Noel, but he can't control the ball. That ball was right at the top of the penalty box. Upper Darby turns it back into midfield. New Jersey controls, and now Noel loses control. Upper Darby takes over. There's an errant pass, and we'll have a New Jersey throw in. We're now in the 27th minute of play in the first half. 1-1 is the score. Noel kick collects this. This is onside, but just a little bit too far. Number 10 is the forward, Abu Bakar Diawara. He's gotten open a few times tonight, but the passes have just not been on the mark yet. Upper Darby taking over. We're 27 minutes in. Sanchez. That pass to Noel was just a few feet ahead of him. Juan Arena knocks that ball out of bounds for the Teamsters. Upper Darby now on the left wing. Sholdrowski challenges. Upper Darby maintaining possession inside the midfield strike for Upper Darby. Now some good footwork, forward stumbles. We'll see. The foul is called in New Jersey. Sholdrowski, even though he's down, he's called on that foul. Looked like the Upper Darby forward might have stumbled on the field rather than being knocked to the turf by any bodily contact. Nevertheless, 25 yards out. The referee is probably moving these players back. This is a direct free kick. This ball can go directly in the goal. There's the shot. Mejia makes a great save as that ball is ticketed for the upper left-hand corner. There's a volley out to midfield. Michael Mejia probably saved a goal. That goal was ticketed upper left-hand corner. Mejia, the North Bergen native here in Hudson County, making that stop. He's made a couple of challenging stops tonight so far. Sholdrowski to number 12, Sergio Martinez. He plays it ahead. And the ball is broken up. Chris Noel settles it down. He's number 8 in center midfield for New Jersey. Back to number 26, that's Juan Arena. Forward to Adrian Sanchez, number 11. There's a play ahead for Chris Noel, broken up by Upper Darby and returned to midfield. But now returned to the New Jersey end of midfield. Ball settles down, a couple of head balls back and forth. The ball is turned out to Sergio Martinez, number 12 on the left wing. There's a lead pass. The ball is onside, but Upper Darby gets there first, and their defender knocks it out of bounds. That defender could have played the ball back to the Upper Darby goalkeeper, and they would have maintained possession. A lot of times the defenders make these decisions too hastily. Nonetheless, Teamsters trying to move the ball into prime scoring position. On the wing, it's number 11, Adrian Sanchez, with a cross for the Teamsters. Settled down, and Sanchez missed it. Prime opportunity for number 12, Sergio Martinez, and he just missed it to the left side. Upper Darby didn't have men back. The Teamsters had a prime opportunity inside the box, and the shot went wide. We're 30 minutes in to the first half. 1-1 is the score. Upper Darby with a goal kick. Now played out number 11. Sanchez got there first, but Upper Darby retrieves another foul. Mild contact there, but a foul was called. Upper Darby to take the kick. Upper Darby now in the offensive zone. Cut into the center of the field, but the play is broken up. Chris Knowles, number 8, center midfield, plays it to the wing. And it's Martinez ahead for Sanchez. Broken up by Upper Darby. And 4 men back. Only 2 strikers for New Jersey. And now a trip. Szoldrowski was knocked down. Arek Szoldrowski scored the goal for New Jersey in the 5th minute. Upper Darby scored recently on a penalty kick, and I think that was a disputed call. I think Mejia came out. He got the ball first. That should not have been a foul. The foul carried in the penalty box, a penalty kick being awarded, and the penalty kick was successful. Mejia for New Jersey has actually been the star of this game so far. There's a header to the wing, and it hits the post and back in! The Teamsters are in! But offsides is the call. We see the flag. The referee will go to confer. If it's a goal, Sanchez put that in off the post, but they're saying that that was offside. The volley came in. The first shot hit the post. Sanchez put in the rebound, but the call is that the ball was offside. You've got to have 2 men between the ball, when the ball is received by an offensive player, and the goal. That's the reason for the offside. Ball is played out into midfield and settled down. On the near side, Elmet Wally plays it over to the winger number 23. No challenges for New Jersey, but Upper Darby will take over and get out to midfield. Upper Darby starting to take play over as we move into the latter stages of this first half. Mejia well out of the box, acting like a field player, keeps the ball in bound, outplays a defender, and gets it out, but Upper Darby still in the defensive third of New Jersey. Ball is played out of bounds, and we'll see who gets possession. There's a player down on the field. We'll see if time is called by the referee to check out what appears to be an injured player for New Jersey. We're in the 34th minute of play here in the first half. 1-1's the score. Just a reminder, tonight's match is sanctioned by the United Premier Soccer League, and tonight's sponsors, Mezcal Kitchen, Ignite Physical Therapy, BC Community Bank, Score Sports, and The Cutting Garage. 34 minutes in. New Jersey taking advantage and getting the ball out. There's a lead pass along the near side. Number 23 for New Jersey. We'll get you his information as we proceed. Defenders converge, and there's an example of a ball that might go out of bounds. It didn't need to, or it stays in bounds. It didn't need to be cleared out of bounds. Upper Darby, they've had the control of the ball most of this game, but there's a trend here if you're watching this. If you pressure your defenders, they get rattled. They give up the ball. They kick it out of bounds. And that's a disadvantage. That's a weakness that I think can be exploited by a seasoned club. Mejia kicks it out to midfield. And now the Teamsters will turn it back, and they'll move into the Upper Darby defensive half of the field. Number 12 is Sergio Martinez. And here's his pass to number 23. Adrian Sanchez with the ball, cutting into the middle. Looking for a pass, looking for a shot. Sanchez now moving towards the wing, maintaining control. There's his cross. Goes to the middle, and that shot is just misdirected, completely blown. Adrian Sanchez had that ball 10 feet out in the middle of the goalkeeper's box. Couldn't get a good shot on. Goal kick for Upper Darby. Again, these Upper Darby defenders are giving New Jersey opportunities to score. The Teamsters have gotten the ball in prime shooting areas. Upper Darby settling the ball down, keep it in bounds. The play is moving towards the midfield stripe, turned into the offensive zone for Upper Darby. Play's allowed to continue. Number 12 is Sergio Martinez. He gives the ball up. And Roberto Chernes, we haven't called his name much today, but he meets that defender and knocks the ball out of bounds. And now Elmwood Wally knocks the throw-in out. We're in the 36th minute. Throw-in for Upper Darby on the near side. Upper Darby looking for a cross. There's a high volley. Mejia knocks it over the bar. A dangerous play. Now we'll see if the referee seems to be saying that's a goal kick, that Mejia didn't actually touch that ball. Let's just confirm that. That ball was a dangerously high ball that could have fallen into the goal. Mejia had to jump to make sure he could tip that ball over, but the ball was over the crossbar anyway. Hence the goal kick. But a dangerous play. We've seen several high balls by Upper Darby that Mejia's been able to capture, but he's had to be alert on those high balls. I'll get to that point later on. If you remember the United States national team's last game in World Cup qualifying against Trinidad and Tobago, Tim Howard blew a shot that was ticketed to the upper left-hand corner, just like what we saw earlier tonight with Michael Mejia. Tim Howard let a ball go in. Yes, it was in the upper left-hand corner, but he should have gotten that goal, especially given how that ball was shot from about 35, 40 yards out. Mejia's had to make similar challenging saves, and he's made them to his credit tonight. Now a challenge there, the Upper Darby goalkeeper gets there first, knocks it to the side, and finally the ball goes out of play. Roberto Chernes will take the throw in, and now he'll give that ball up. Someone else will take the throw in. Once again, the play is knocked out of bounds. Juan Arena retrieving the ball. We'll see if he takes the throw in. We're moving towards halftime. A 1-1 score. Schodrowski trying to settle the ball down. Elmwood Wally will settle it down at the midfield stripe and move it back into the Upper Darby defensive half. Number 11 is Adrian Sanchez. Back to Elmwood Wally. Sharif Elmwood Wally, pardon me. The winger, number 23, controls. A steal. Sanchez missed it. Pardon me. Sergio Martinez, number 12. Again, in prime shooting, did a one-timer. Prime location, and just missed it. Just wide. There was a giveaway and a cross. Sergio Martinez now has had several prime opportunities tonight. This Upper Darby defense has given the Teamsters chances, and we'll see if they can continue to capitalize. And there's a foul. That defender shoves the Teamsters forward to the ground. We might get a card here, and we do. A yellow card called on the Upper Darby player for shoving the Teamsters number 23 to the ground there. So in the 40th minute, a yellow card. Yellow cards are given when the infraction is of sufficient severity. 2 yellows equal a red card, and a red card means you're kicked out of the game. It's an ejection. Chris Noah will take a direct free kick. You'll see at least 2 players come over from Upper Darby to form a defensive wall. They've got to be at least 10 yards away from the free kick spot. Chris Noah to take the direct kick for New Jersey. There's the cross. Headed down and headed out of the zone. We'll have a goal kick for Upper Darby. We're now in the 41st minute of the first half. The Teamsters won, Upper Darby won. Here in United Premier Soccer League action from Bayonne, New Jersey. There's a volley out to midfield. The Teamsters will get that to some midfield play there. And a foul is called. It's called an Upper Darby. Let's see where they spot the ball. We're in the 41st minute of play, a 1-1 score. Most all the players for Upper Darby are in the defensive third. New Jersey moving players up. The free kick is taken and volleyed out by Upper Darby. The Teamsters control back in their half of midfield as a long pass. Upper Darby has numbers. They'll settle it down, but Chris Noel on the steal. And there's Sanchez cutting to the middle with the shot. Oh, and there's a good stop by the goalkeeper for Upper Darby. A great save on a shot by Adrian Sanchez, but the ball trickles out of the goalkeeper's hands. We're going to have a corner kick for the Teamsters. In the 42nd minute, a corner kick for the Teamsters. A long cross headed down. Number 12 is Sergio Martinez. He gets the ball near the corner kick spot in the far end of the field. We'll have a throw-in as the ball crossed the touchline. A throw-in for the Teamsters. A high cross. Szoldrowski, number 5, settles it down for New Jersey. He'll play it out to Sharif Elmatwali. The ball is knocked away and back into midfield. Roberto Chernez settles it down. And there's a bad pass by Szoldrowski. Upper Darby takes over in midfield. Upper Darby wearing those gray uniforms. The Teamsters are in blue, also shaded in white. Moving towards halftime, we're 43 minutes in. Upper Darby will take a throw in about 25 yards away from the touchline. Ball is thrown into the penalty box and headed out. The Teamsters now settle it down. Chernez moves it ahead. Upper Darby controls in midfield. Noel challenges. Upper Darby trying to keep control. Some good footwork there to just maintain possession. We seem to have a foul, and that's going to be on the Teamsters. We'll see where they spot the ball with the foul. That's about 30 yards out. Close to the touchline. Most of the players congregating right at the edge of the penalty box. This could be a dangerous play for Upper Darby. Here's a cross into the box. Mejia comes out, catches it. Michael Mejia, who's been quite the active goalkeeper here in the first half. Throws it out to midfield and volleyed out. The Upper Darby goalkeeper has to get there first to make sure the on-rushing winger didn't get a prime opportunity. Upper Darby turns it the other way. And there's a pass broken up by Chernez. He'll clear it out. Roberto Chernez, we haven't called his name much, and sometimes when you're a defender, that's a good thing. It means you're not making mistakes. He's been there a couple of times today with good positional play to break up rushes by Upper Darby. Now the play is headed out by Elmatwali, and now in midfield. We'll see number 12. That's Sergio Martinez. Back to Chernez. He turns it around to number 26, Juan Arena. Michael Mejia picks it up and throws it out to the wing. Sharif Elmatwali back to Roberto Chernez. And now into midfield. On the wing, we see number 11 is Adrian Sanchez. Adrian Sanchez cuts to the middle. He's done this a couple of times in the first half. Now back from Noel to Sanchez. Sanchez had tripped and will have a foul. We're now in the 46th minute, so we're past the time clock for the first half. We're now into stoppage time. This could be the last play of the first half. We'll have a direct kick from over 30 yards out. A direct kick taken by Sanchez into the box and cleared out at the last minute. Headed down, we'll see a shot, and it's blocked at the last minute. Now the ball was, we've gotten a whistle here. Let's see if they're blowing this for halftime. No, we seem to have an injury stoppage. We have someone down in the goal crease for Upper Darby. The goalkeeper for Upper Darby, a little bit shaken up. But they are calling this, that's halftime. So at the end of 45 minutes of play here at Don A. Hearn Memorial Stadium here in Bayonne, the New Jersey Teamsters and Upper Darby are tied at 1. You're watching the United Premier Soccer League. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Mezcal Kitchen, Ignite Physical Therapy, BC Community Bank, serving Bayonne and surrounding communities since 2000, Scores Sports, and the Cutting Garage, tonight's sponsors of New Jersey Teamsters Soccer. If you like what you see, well, the Teamsters are back in action less than 24 hours from now. We'll give you more information on that as we go ahead. Well, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Also here at Don A. Hearn Stadium, the Teamsters take on Trachos de Incef. That's a team from Silver Spring, Maryland. They're coming up the Turnpike. They'll take on the Teamsters. Game time starts at 3 o'clock. Tickets are $10, available at the box office or on the New Jersey Teamsters website, njteamstersfc.com. Game time tomorrow at 3 p.m. Trachos de Incef is a new club. They joined the United Premier Soccer League close to the beginning of the regular season for the spring 2018
Again, we would
season.
like to thank our sponsors, Mezcal Kitchen, Ignite Physical Therapy, BCB Community Bank, Score Sports, and the Cutting Garage. Visit njteamstersfc.com for up-to-date news and more. Make sure to get your jerseys and t-shirts on sale next to the box office or online.
Who's number 23?
Master sponsored by Mezcal Kitchen, Ignite Physical Therapy, BCB Community Bank, Score Sports, and The Cutting Garage. Make sure to visit njteamstersfc.com for up-to-date news and much more. Also, make sure to get your jerseys and t-shirts. They're on sale next to the box office, or you can grab them online.
Como baila chanuposo, mamá. Oye, pero mira qué bueno baila. Para bailar y cantar tu ven. Cómo se goza en La Habana. A Belén le toca ahora, tú ven. Belén, 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 mamá, tú ven.
As we start the second half here at Donnie Hearn Stadium, the Teamsters will move left to right in a 1-1 game. You're watching the United Premier Soccer League Game of the Week, Saturday night here in Bayonne. The Teamsters will kick off as Walter Hernandez at the midfield dot as we start play here in the second half. I'm Eric Dixon, and we're glad you're with us here on New Jersey Teamsters Soccer. We'll be back here tomorrow, 3 p.m. The Teamsters take on Catrachas de Incaf from Maryland. 3 p.m. here at Donnie Hearn Stadium. Tickets are $10 each. A 3 p.m. kickoff Sunday afternoon. A home and home here on a Memorial weekend. This weekend, the Teamsters have been honoring our armed forces on National Armed Forces Day and National Armed Forces Weekend. So again, if you like what you see, it's a lot of high-paced, fast action here. Pro soccer in the United Premier Soccer League. The kickoff as we start half number 2 in a 1-1 game. Upper Darby scored late in the first half on a controversial penalty kick. The Teamsters scored early when Irek Szoldrowski scored on a volley from 25 yards out, and Szoldrowski, the goal scorer, has the ball for New Jersey. And now into midfield, number 8 is Chris Noel. He'll play it back to Elmad Wally, and now to Walter Hernandez, number 23. Back to Hernandez as he moves into the Upper Darby zone. And there's a lead pass. And a volley. The goalkeeper comes out and gets the ball first. He might be shaken up. Sanchez was there, challenging for the ball. So is Sergio Martinez. Now you'll see the scoreboard reports the time, but when play stops for injury situations like we just saw, that will be added on, it's tacked on to the time. So time will elapse at the end of 90 minutes. We're likely to have some stoppage time. Official time is always kept down on the field by the referee. As play continues, the Teamsters turn it back. There's an errant pass. Upper Darby will take over and a throw-in when the ball goes outside the touchline. Now the Teamsters settle it down. Chris Noel is number 8 in center midfield. He'll look towards the wing as number 23, Walter Hernandez. And there's a cross that'll go out of bounds. Just a reminder, the Teamsters are back in action tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock here at Donnie Hearn Stadium here in Bayonne. Good tickets are still available. For ticket information and more, look to the website, njteamstersfc.com. 3 o'clock tomorrow, the Teamsters and Catrachas de Incaf from Donnie Hearn Stadium. This is the 4th game for the Teamsters here in the spring 2018 season, their inaugural season in the UPSL. This is Pro Developmental League Division III, officially sanctioned pro soccer. Here from Bayonne. Michael Mejia wearing the orange goalie's jersey for the Teamsters. He's been quite active in the first half, and he's been the star of the game, really, for the Teamsters, making several dangerous stops. Upper Darby has a throw-in, and they have the ball at the edge of the penalty box. Back on the far side, Upper Darby looks to cross. They control down in midfield about 25 yards out, moving now backwards, but in order to maintain possession. The ball is knocked out on the far side. The Teamsters will take over. Sharif Elmad Wally will take the throw-in. We're 3 minutes into the second half of a 1-1 game. Saturday night in Bayonne. And now there's dangerous play. Hernandez tries to cross it. Upper Darby has numbers, and they'll turn it back to midfield. There's an errant pass. Goes out of bounds. New Jersey will take over. Number 25 is Michael Krenzel. He'll take the throw-in for New Jersey. Back to number 28, Kasim to Krenzel. And now to number 8 is Chris Noel. Number 12 is Martinez. He loses the ball, and now Upper Darby takes over. On the wing, they have number 21. He'll look to cross, and he does cross. That's a dangerous ball. Upper Darby is able to get to it first and keep it in bounds. On the far side, Sharif El Mutwali challenges. There's a cross. Upper Darby controlling at the edge of the box. There's a shot. It's deflected and headed out. Upper Darby controls, but 25 yards out. There's a long shot. Goes well wide. We'll have a goal kick for the Teamsters. Michael Mejia. Again, very active. A quick up. And now the 28 is Kasim. There's a long volley out to midfield. Headed down. Upper Darby taking control. Back at the midfield dot. Noel challenges. Upper Darby controls again. And then New Jersey will turn it back. There's a lead pass broken up. It's a midfield play there. Chris Bermudez on the tackle. But we will have a foul and we will have a free kick taken by Upper Darby just inside their own half of the midfield stripe. We're 5 minutes into the second half. 1-1 is the score. Upper Darby looking to go on the attack. Arik Sholdrowski challenges, doesn't get the ball. Upper Darby with the ball down the wing. And offside is called. Again, we'll repeat that offside rule. You've got to have two players between the goal and your spot when you receive the ball. You might have had what's called an offside trap there. Sometimes you can have defenders move in just before a ball is played. It's tricky, but when it works, it produces an offside. The Teamsters take over, and now they move the ball into the Upper Darby zone. A throw in on the far side. Sholdrowski back to Noel, near midfield. Back into the New Jersey zone. Juan Arena turning it to the near side. Number 25 is Mike Krenzel. Krenzel challenges. And there's a cross. There's an offside. That ball is offside. The fans are not happy with that. Sergio Martinez would have had a goal, but the ref was quite on the spot there, and offside being called. We're 7 minutes into the second half. 1-1's the score. Upper Darby turns it back to midfield. Sholdrowski volleys it. A high ball. Settled down by Noel and looking on the wing for Bermudez. Back to midfield. Headed up by Sholdrowski. The ball now settled down a couple of times and turned around to number 18. Raymond Alex. Down the wing, but loses control. Upper Darby back in charge. There's a good reversal and a pass broken up. Number 8 is Chris Noel. There's a lead pass cross field. See who that is. Looks like number 12 Martinez. To Noel, number 8. Crosses into the box. There's number 20. A shot. A score! The Teamsters are ahead. Chris Bermudez. A defensive miscue. The Teamsters got the ball ahead. Chris Bermudez scores the goal in the 53rd minute. That play started. That entire scoring play started in midfield. Chris Noel settled the ball down near the near touchline and made a cross about 40 yards out. Instead of advancing the ball north-south, he went east-west. The Upper Darby defense did not respond to that, and that led 4 or 5 passes before the goal was scored. That's where the goal started. The scoring play originated. Chris Bermudez put that one home. The Teamsters are ahead 2-1. Upper Darby now moving it into midfield. Now while play seems to continue, the ref is back in the New Jersey zone. We'll see where the ball is spotted. We'll have a throw in. Upper Darby takes it, but the ball is taken away. And Upper Darby will have to retrieve it, kick it back to their goalkeeper. Eludes a striker. Eludes a second striker, and now there's a volley by Noel that goes high and wide. We'll have a goal kick there. The Teamsters were able to challenge a somewhat sleepy defense for Upper Darby. The goal kick is taking a high arcing volley into midfield. Settled down by Krenzel and now turned back into the Upper Darby zone. Krenzel with the header back into Upper Darby territory. Another volley. Kasim challenging. Chernez challenging. Potentially dangerous play. Headed down now in the Upper Darby zone. They finally turn it back around. Noel challenges, doesn't get it. Upper Darby with the shot to the wing. There's a long pass that will come out of bounds, and yes, New Jersey will take over with the throw-in. We're 56 minutes in. The Teamsters 2, Upper Darby 1. 56 minutes in. Chris Bermudez scored just a few moments ago. We have a player down in the penalty box. Looks like number 5, Rick Szoldowski. He scored 5 minutes into the first half, giving the Teamsters an early lead. He seems shaken up behind the play. And it's moments just like this when you say, this is where that clock isn't totally accurate. The ref keeps the official time. Stoppages like this become stoppage time later on. So the scoreboard, if you're watching, just keep in mind that's an approximation of the time left. There's a high ball into the defensive zone. Upper Darby is moving it methodically into the New Jersey penalty area and then back into midfield. The ball headed down. We have a player down in the midfield circle. Chris Noah was knocked off the ball and there's a foul. The Teamsters are back in action tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. here at Don A. Hearn Stadium here in Bayonne. NJTeamstersFC.com for ticket information, $10. All tickets are $10. A 3 o'clock game, Catrachas to Incaf. Good tickets are still available. United Premier Soccer League action, Pro Soccer in Bayonne, New Jersey. The location here, pretty accessible from parts of New York City and from basically most of northern New Jersey. This is right off the New Jersey Turnpike. This stadium is right on the shores of Newark Bay. We're not far from the New Jersey Turnpike, Eastern Spur. So this is a very accessible location, a very good high school facility. It's a new field. They've got field turf here that was installed last summer. It's in excellent condition. Chris Noah will take this. Looks like a direct free kick, about 25 yards out on the near side. Noel with a high arcing shot. It is headed out of bounds by a defender. No, it was headed out by a Teamsters player. We will have a goal kick. The Teamsters taking a 2-1 lead early here in the second half. Chris Bermudez scoring about 5 minutes into the second half. We have a throw-in. Michael Krenzel takes the throw-in for the Teamsters as they turn the ball back into Upper Darby territory. On the wing, the ball is cleared out. The Teamsters will again have a throw-in. Once again, it looks like Krenzel will be the one taking the throw-in. There's a pass looking again for Walter Hernandez. And the ball is played back out by an Upper Darby defender. They play it on the near side. It stays inbounds. Stays inbounds. And now play into the middle of the field. But a steal. The Teamsters turn it back around. Number 18 is Raymond Alex. He gives it up. Upper Darby takes over. But then an errant pass. And number 20 is Chris Bermudez, the goal scorer here in the second half. Chris Noel with a lead pass, too far. And Upper Darby will take over. The goalie comes out and gobbles up the loose ball. We're in the 60th minute of play, 2-1 Teamsters. You're watching the United Premier Soccer League. Tonight, Saturday night action in the UPSL. Number 27 is Sharif Elmatwali, and he challenges the ball. Upper Darby controlled, but the ball, they'll rule. Let's see what they're ruling. They're ruling a foul off the ball. The Teamsters take over. Chris Noel in his defensive half of the field. Now to Schroldrowski. A Teamsters player is down. Behind the play, Noel was tripped. Let's see where they spot the ball. But we will have an indirect free kick for the Teamsters. And there's a quick up to Krenzel. Krenzel into the Upper Darby zone, and there's a lead pass broken up by Upper Darby as the wingers were moving fast. Upper Darby turns it back around. They've got numbers, a 3-on-2. Schroldrowski challenges. Elmatwali challenges, and Mejia makes the stop as the winger had a quick low shot. Mejia with good positional play, making the stop there at his fourth save of the evening. Upper Darby again takes over as that pass is intercepted. Upper Darby, player on the near side. They're in the penalty box. Their winger heads it down, and this will be just booted out, and probably, we'll see how far that ball went. That might actually have gone over the perimeter fence of the stadium. Let's see, we seem to have a kick, a corner kick. They need to get a new ball. So now everyone is on the same page. It's a corner kick for Upper Darby. This is dangerous here in the 62nd minute. Michael Mejia jumping around. He's in the orange uniform. He's been the star of the show defensively for New Jersey. The corner kick is cleared out to midfield. So the Teamsters turn it back around. Lead pass for Bermudez is unsuccessful, and Upper Darby takes over. There's an errant pass. One of the defenders for Upper Darby couldn't control that, and again, New Jersey turns the ball back around. Number 18 is Raymond Alex. He plays the cross in. It's broken up. Upper Darby now. Uses the ball again. Krenzel. Krenzel to Schroldrowski. Back to number 28 is Kassim. To Krenzel, number 25. They'll play it back to the goalkeeper, Michael Mejia. Mejia, the North Bergen native, 19 years old. He's played very well tonight. Upper Darby in midfield. And there's a lead pass. Mejia comes to the edge of the box and gobbles it up. And a quick up on the left wing. New Jersey turns it right back around. And there's a defensive miscue and a trip at the edge of the box. And we'll see if they call this probably a direct free kick. It was not inside the penalty box, but it was close enough. This will provide a prime opportunity. Surely a direct free kick for the New Jersey Teamsters. It seemed that Sergio Martinez going for that ball was tripped at the edge of the box, but outside the box by an Upper Darby defender. A good lead pass there here in the 64th minute, but it was outside the box. So we'll have a direct free kick. Let's see, the referee is in red. He's directing the positioning of the defensive wall. You have to be 10 yards away from the spot of the foul. The defenders are forming at least. I see 4 Upper Darby defenders. Now a 5th one joins. We'll see who takes the kick. I see Chris Bermudez there, number 20. He scored the goal to give New Jersey the lead. And now there's a shot. He scored! Off the direct free kick. It is Walter Hernandez giving the Teamsters a 2-goal lead on a direct free kick here in the 65th minute. Upper Darby put 5 men on their wall for the direct free kick. It didn't work. It didn't work. Walter Hernandez curled that ball around the wall. He curled it over the goalkeeper's outstretched arms. And the Teamsters have a 2-goal lead for the first time in 2018. Upper Darby down by 2. On the near side, Upper Darby trying to mount an attack. But a good sliding tackle by Mike Krenzel. Upper Darby gets the throw in. They get the ball back. Ball is in close quarters. Krenzel charging. Schultrowski challenging as well. And now the ball is played back to Bermudez. And now to Hernandez. Back into the New Jersey zone. There's a foul called and it's on Upper Darby. Ball's put back in play. Kasim to Noel and back to Kasim. He'll play it back in the midfield. Krenzel is on the touchline. Played ahead to number 12 is Sergio Martinez. Ball goes out of bounds. Chris Bermudez was trying to compete for that. New Jersey takes over. Chris Noel is number 8. Noel retrieves the ball again. The Teamsters move downfield. Ball is kicked back by a defender to the Upper Darby goalkeeper. Back to midfield. Krenzel is number 25. He'll settle it down for Schultrowski, number 5, the former Rutgers product. Upper Darby takes over. We're in the 67th minute. 3-1 Teamsters. Number 12 is Sergio Martinez. He moves it into the Upper Darby zone, bodied off the ball, and we'll see if a foul is called. And it is. We'll see if the foul is. It's on Upper Darby. We'll have an indirect kick for New Jersey in the 67th minute. New Jersey leads 3-1. 2 goals here in the second half. Actually, this will be a direct free kick, but it's far enough away that you don't need to have a defensive wall. There's a long volley into the penalty box, but the play is offside. Hernandez was ahead of the play. Upper Darby putting the ball quickly back into play. Now some conversion. Number 20 is Chris Bermudez. He steals it for New Jersey and has the ball on the touchline, knocked out of play. We're in the 68th minute. The Teamsters 3, Upper Darby FC 1. But Upper Darby has possession and they go into the New Jersey zone. They converge quickly. Schultrowski challenges. And the ball on lead pass picked up by Michael Mejia, who's been very aggressive in coming off his line to meet strikers before they get those passes. He's even come out of his box a couple of times. Krenzel has it along the near boards. A give and go. It's back to number 18, Alex Garcia. But he loses control of the ball and Upper Darby will return it. Kicked out by Krenzel. Upper Darby will regain control. We're here in the 69th minute. 3-1 Teamsters. There's a throw-in and a challenge. Headed out by Schultrowski. Back into the New Jersey zone. Again, some volleying. Headers back and forth. Upper Darby controls and tries to work it through midfield. It's stolen by Chris Noel, number 8. And now to Chris Bermudez, number 20. Schultrowski, he scored the first goal for the Teamsters tonight. A lead pass on the wing for Chris Bermudez. The ball is too far and Upper Darby's defender gets there first and kicks it out of bounds. We'll have a throw in for the Teamsters here in the 69th minute of play. We have a throw in on the far end. And that ball just bounced a little bit too far. The ball, again, can be bouncy. We're not playing on grass. We're playing on field turf. The ball has quite a bit more give. It's not like AstroTurf, but it does tend to accelerate a moving ball in any sport, whether it be baseball or soccer. A goal kick here in the 70th minute. Upper Darby trails by 2. This was a tie game at halftime. The Teamsters have scored twice. For the first time in 2018, they have a 2-goal lead. It's 3-1 here in the 70th minute. There's a cross-field pass to, over to Kasim and then to Mike Krenzel. Kasim keeps it. Krenzel's ahead of him. Now number 18 is Raymond Alex. He'll look to pass it, but he's met by 2 defenders. Upper Darby regains control. And back on the near side. Upper Darby looking to mount an attack. But a good play to break it up by Szoldrowski. There's a lead pass to number 20 is Chris Bermudez. On the wing, Bermudez stalls, cuts to the inside, deeks his man, again keeps control, cuts it to the middle. There's a shot, it's missed. Bermudez, shut up, good stop by the goalkeeper. Sticking out his right hand, but that'll be a corner kick for New Jersey. Here in the 71st minute, a short corner, New Jersey controlling. And that shot by number 23, Walter Hernandez, he scored tonight. He scored to give the Teamsters a 3-1 lead, but his shot, again, as you saw, just a little bit wide. A goal kick for Upper Darby. There's a long volley into midfield, but the Teamsters get there. You're starting to see maybe some fatigue here by Upper Darby. They had a long bus ride earlier today to get to this game. And there's a sliding tackle by number 28, Kasim, knocking the ball out of bounds. There's a quick throw in, but we'll see. Are we having a substitution? Yes, we're having a substitution. Sergio Martinez will come out, and it looks like number 17, Darwin Cruz, will come in as a substitute here in the 72nd minute. Upper Darby with the throw-in. We're in the 72nd minute. We might be down to our final 20 minutes of the game. But again, official time is kept on the field by the referee. A long volley out, and it goes back into the Upper Darby defensive zone. And a play back to their goalkeeper, who's outside his box. A quick up to midfield. Upper Darby trailing by 2, but the Teamsters are there. And now it's number 20, Bermudez, into the penalty box. There's a cross. He missed. Bermudez had a good chance there, streaking down the left wing, but put that shot high. He also could have passed. So we'll have a goal kick here. 73 minutes have been played here at Don Ahern Stadium. The Teamsters are ahead 3-1. Upper Darby trying to mount a comeback. And moving into the New Jersey zone, but Szoldrowski is there. We appear to have a foul behind the play. Let's see where the ball is spotted, and we'll see if the foul is on the Teamsters, and it appears to be. The ball is spotted in a quick restart. Upper Darby with the cross. Mejia catches it in his goal box. Wheels it out to Szoldrowski down the left wing. Number 17, Darwin Cruz, just entered the game. And there's a dangerous cross. There's a handball by the offensive player. The ball is ruled. We'll see what happened there. It looked like first there was a handball and then a shot on goal, but the ball appeared to have gone out of bounds. Now the referee is motioning that, yes, it looks like there was an offside. that seems to have been a reasonable call. That was my first inclination, is that there might have been an offside, but play continued. Play continued with the players not realizing the play had been blown down for the offside. The offside restart. Mejia kicks it out to the midfield stripe. There's a good play by Krenzel. A lead pass ahead for Bermudez. Bermudez has space. Beats his man, number 23. Crossing it into Noel. Looking for the right foot. Noel takes his shot and his shot is blocked. Chodorowski settles it down with his left foot. Moves it into Erwin Cruz. And his shot is high and wide. So we'll have a restart by Upper Darby here in the 75th minute of play. Play goes back into the defensive zone. Chodorowski will kick it back to Michael Mejia. Mejia kicks it down the center of the field to Kasim, number 28. He'll move it to the wing. Teamsters control, and now a streak ahead. It's Chris Noel. He beats his man. An open net. Chris Noel. It makes it 4-1. A breakdown by Upper Darby, and Chris Noel went one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Deked him, and then an open net. The Teamsters have 3 goals here in the second half. It's 4-1. And in their fourth game of the regular season, the Teamsters might only be 20 minutes away from their first franchise victory. 3 goals here in the second half. Chris Noel, number 8, scoring that 4th goal. Upper Darby with the restart here in the 76th minute. Upper Darby controlling on the far side. Now in midfield. Good defensive pressure by the Teamsters, and the ball is still in Upper Darby possession. The Teamsters have players back. That ball goes too far. We'll have a goal kick for the Teamsters. We're in the 77th minute of play. The Teamsters have scored 3 times here in the second half. After the goal kicked, Upper Darby tries to move to the middle of the field. A couple of passes. Converging, Noel and Chodorowski. Combining to take over control, and then some short passes to Darwin Cruz. He'll work it to the wing. Upper Darby regains control, and there's a lead pass. Too far, and Michael Mejia comes well off his line. He'll get the ball, and now he'll just kill some time a little bit. Move to the side, picks it up. Now a cross-field pass to Krenzel. Back to Kasim, number 28. And now to Chris Noel. Now Upper Darby seems to be chasing the ball. There's a long lead pass. It's too far. Hernandez was offside. Just inside the midfield stripe, but you can have an offside anywhere in the defensive half of the field. Upper Darby with the reverse. They move into the New Jersey zone and head it out. Number 20 is Chris Bermudez, and he'll move it ahead. Upper Darby regains control. Upper Darby now. Time is a factor. The scoreboard clock says 78 minutes have elapsed. And we can't have more than a minute or two of stoppage time. It's likely we're down to the last 13, 14 minutes of regulation time. There is no overtime. We play 90, and that's basically it. No shootouts, no overtime. It's 90, and the game is whistled down. Upper Darby plays that ball down in midfield and a reverse back into the New Jersey zone. We had a minor foul there, nothing too serious, but the play is whistled down. Upper Darby looking to mount an attack. There's a cross headed down by Krenzel. Now Sholdrowski challenges Kasim. Gets that ball down, and now it's played out to number 18, Raymond Alex, on the near side. Upper Darby, muscling Alex off the ball, but Noel recovers. His cross is broken up. Alex challenges it, and that ball is kicked out of bounds and then all the way on the side, but you can see it. That went off an Upper Darby defender. New Jersey will have to throw in. As we're moving into the final 11 minutes of regulation time. Krenzel has the ball after the restart, and again it's kicked out by Upper Darby. To the extent possession's a factor, Upper Darby is in trouble here. Sholdrowski, number 5. He'll just spread the field and play it back. Sholdrowski gets it back. Retains control. Number 17 is Darwin Cruz. And now on the far side. Sharif, Elmet Wally. And now over on the near side is number 25, Mike Krenzel. He's got space. He's onside. Michael Krenzel. The cross. And the ball is misplayed. The goalkeeper comes out and gets his hands on the ball. There's a totally missed opportunity there. Michael Krenzel had a beautiful cross made. And it looks like Martinez just wasn't in the shooting position. The ball might have been just 6 inches behind him as he was crossing into the box. The entire play was onside. Now behind the play, an Upper Darby forward is a little bit shaken up, but play is allowed to continue. But here with the quick restart to Mike Krenzel on the near side. 80 minutes in, we're in the 81st minute. Krenzel back to number 28 is Kasim. Dekes a defender and gives it back to Krenzel, and now it's basically just keep away. Several good ball passes. Krenzel on the near side gets tripped up, and we do have a call. Let's see where the restart is. Some discussions here. Looks like we might have a substitution here. Number 18, Raymond Alex, comes out. Let's see who that new sub is. That'll be a second sub for the Teamsters. You're allowed 3 subs per game. And that's the second sub of the game for New Jersey. Up by 3, but perhaps with only 10 minutes remaining. Chris Noel is number 8. He'll take the restart near the midfield stripe. Number 22 is Adrian Mosquera. He's a striker. And he can pressure the ball, which has a defensive value, apart from scoring goals. Up by 3, you want to play keep away. A team that's down by 3 needs possession. They'll get it now on the restart in the 83rd minute. Don't go away, folks. Our home opener for the Teamsters had a lot of scoring in the final 5 minutes of play. That game was scoreless for the first 75 minutes. There were 4 goals scored, 2 goals scored in stoppage time, one by each team. Of a 2-2 game against the Screaming Eagles back in mid-April. So don't go away, folks. Now that ball is kicked out here in the 83rd minute. We'll have a throw-in. Sharif Elmadwali will take the throw-in deep in Upper Darby territory. We'll have our third substitution behind the plate. Roberto Chernez comes out. We can't see who will replace him. We'll get that information to you once we can determine who's running onto the field now. Teamsters wearing the blue, moving left to right. Jose Salazar comes in. Now, Jose Salazar coming in wearing number 16 for the Teamsters. Sharif Elmadwali will take the throw in. Looking for Chris Noel, number 8. He'll reverse it and surrounded by 2 defenders. He gets it back to Elmet Wally. Salazar gets his feet wet, playing that ball back to Kasim, who in turn will play it back to Michael Mejia as the Teamsters spread the field and look to kill the clock. Now to Jose Salazar, number 16 on the near side. Salazar with a lead pass. It'll be too far, and the goalkeeper will come out for Upper Darby. A quick up to midfield, but stolen by the Teamsters. Szoldrowski, number 5, to play it down to number 10. Diawara coming in, but there's a foul. Upper Darby will have a restart. On the restart, the ball was misplayed by Salazar, and Upper Darby has a chance. There's a shot to the wing, but Mejia will be the first to get there, and he elects to let it go out of bounds. We'll take the goal kick. We're now in the 86th minute of play. The Teamsters are up 4-1. The Teamsters are in action tomorrow afternoon here at Don A. Hearn Stadium here in Bayonne. The Teamsters will play Catrachos. They're from Maryland. Game time is 3 o'clock. For tickets, the website is njteamstersfc.com. All tickets are $10. This is part of Armed Forces for National Armed Forces Weekend. Home and home, 2 home games and this weekend. Good tickets are still available. All tickets are $10. Number 22 for the Teamsters is Adrian Mosquera. Played into the box and bought it off by an Upper Darby defender. This Upper Darby is just running out of time, down by 3, as we're now in the 87th minute of regulation time. The play is down to Chris Noel, number 8. He'll play it ahead to Adrian Cruz. And now to number 20 is Chris Bermudez, who put it high and wide. The Teamsters, over this second half, have just gained territorial advantage. They've gained ball control, and they have been able to get off high-quality shots. Upper Darby had their chances in the first half. Well, so did the Teamsters. But the trend has continued, and now the Teamsters are up by 3. Time is very much a factor. There's a lead pass that is too far. And that ball was whistled down for an offside, a good 25 yards out. Michael Mejia takes the restart after the offside. And the ball is moved back to Adrian Mosquera. He'll play it into midfield for Darwin Cruz. There's a lead pass for Bermudez, but that will be whistled for an offside. It's likely we're down to our last 5 minutes of play tonight here in Bayonne. That ball is just booted out of bounds by Elmet Wally, who's been noticeable on the back line. Upper Darby taking control in midfield. There's a lead pass. Mejia will come out and get it. He'll let us roll. Well, he does pick it up. And he'll run out. He's got to get rid of that ball. And throws it all the way out over the midfield stripe. That's a good throw by Mejia. He was the star early in the first half, keeping the Teamsters in the game with a lot of high-quality saves. Now number 17 is Darwin Cruz. And that is an offside. The fans here are just not happy with the officiating. That's par for the course. Upper Darby turning ahead. Again, Mejia's way out. An open net. Cleared out. And let's see. Jose Salazar gets it out. Mejia went way out of his net. And that cross was unsuccessful. There's just no one there to capitalize in the penalty box for Upper Darby. Mejia is quite the wanderer. But say this about Mejia. When he moves out of the net, he is decisive. He has not made mistakes being aggressive, challenging those strikers. On the far side with maybe 4 minutes to go in regulation. Upper Darby is going to recover on a foul on New Jersey. Played back to the Upper Darby goalkeeper. He's got to move it. We're in the 90th minute. There might be 1 or 2 minutes of stoppage time and that's it. The Teamsters on the verge of their first franchise victory in their 4th professional game. Upper Darby now in midfield. Kassim gets that errant pass and he'll just take off in midfield. Moves to number 10. Bodied off the ball. Upper Darby will reverse it back late in regulation. Salazar knocks it out of bounds. There's a throw in. And Kassim will just blast this back into the offensive half of the field. Chris Noel is number 8. He'll reverse it out. This is Bermudez. And there's a lead pass, but it's offside and a potentially dangerous play. The goalkeeper going for the ball. And Diawara hopping over the goalkeeper. We'll see if anyone's shaken up. Looks like both are okay. It's late in the game. Fatigue is probably just as likely a factor why they were both on the ground for a few moments. However, it's been noticeable late in the second half. The Teamsters have been able to get behind the Upper Darby defense. Fatigue may be a factor here in this game. We're past 90 minutes on the scoreboard clock. Official time is kept on the field, but we're just moments away from the end of the game. And the 22 is Adrian Mosquera. He'll play it back to number 17, Darwin Cruz. And now on the far side, Sheldrowski will collect the ball. Sharif Elmedwali, back to Noel. And now we'll have Michael Mejia just retrieve the ball as it's keep away by the Teamsters. In these final seconds, Sheldrowski, not surrounded by anybody. He's got plenty of time. Number 17 is Darwin Cruz and back to Sheldrowski. He'll kick it back into the Upper Darby zone. Their goalkeeper comes out, heads it down. Now Mosquera has it, and he's got a shot if he wants it. The cross. A save at the end of the game by Diawara. What a brilliant opportunity and a brilliant kick save by the Upper Darby goalkeeper. But the play is whistled because time has expired. The New Jersey Teamsters close out the victory. It's their first franchise victory, a 4-1 final. 3 goals here in the second half. The New Jersey Teamsters get their first franchise victory after an opening tie on their home opener and 2 defeats on the road. 3 goals here in the second half. Sheldrowski scored in the first half. Chris Noel scored in the 76th minute, and we also had goals by Bermudez and Hernandez. A 4-1 final. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you see here in the United Premier Soccer League, the Teamsters are back in action Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. here at Donnie Hearn Stadium, 27th Street and Avenue A here in Bayonne. Close to the Jersey Turnpike. All tickets are $10, and they're in action at 3 p.m. Sunday against Catrachas de Incayef. For everyone here at the New Jersey Teamsters, this is Eric Dixon signing off. The final score from Don Hearn Stadium here in Bayonne. The New Jersey Teamsters 4, Upper Darby FC 1. This has been a production of the United Premier Soccer League and New Jersey Teamsters FC. Good night, everybody.